The NNSCRA Offline and Online Racing at its best presents Speed World. Stop number 2 in the NNSCRA IndyCar Series brings us to Melbourne, Australia at Calder Park. It's the first oval race of the season in this series. It's as we are going counterclockwise here at this race here. In other words, we're racing the track backwards, if you will. You'll see what I mean as this race goes on. As we'll be doing this for 54 laps here in this visit to Australia, is where Calder Park is at. Here is your starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole, it is Anthony McCurry in number 21. He is at the wheel of the Ed Carpenter Racing Honda, I believe. He'll be alongside William Brock in number 5. Next row down, row number 2 has number 48. That's Cody Lamas in the Carvana Honda. He'll be alongside Laura Chung, also in a Honda, driving for Dale Coyne Racing. Next row down has number 9, Nathan Hudson, and beside him number 26, that's Reggie Fogelman. Row number 4 has David Dixon, and number 18, the other Dale Coyne Racing machine, and Nathan Fogler. That's Caleb's brother. And number 20, also for Ed Carpenter Racing. Both their cars qualifying in the top 10. Alex Miller has the inside of the next row down. He's alongside number 98, Daniel Voiles. Next row down has Cole Deaver, the Pennzoil Indy car, number 3. He's driving a Chevrolet-powered machine. And Eric Monaco in number 4, also in the Chevrolet Power. Next row down has number 8, Emmanuel Hartnett, and beside him number 77, that's Allison Liara. Next row down has number 06, Caleb Fogler for Meyer Shank Racing in a Honda. Caleb has one of our in-car cameras for this race here today. And Chris Warner, number 29, driving a Honda. He's driving for Andretti Autosport. Next row is Carter Adelman, number 15, for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing, and number 7, Timu Masser, one of the drivers for Aero McLaren Racing. Next row down has number 27, Matt McIntyre, and number 6, Joshua Osborne, also for Aero McLaren. Next row down has Sky Commons, number 60, the second car for Meyer Shank Racing, and Taylor Gertis, the only Ferrari in the field, in number 16, the Charles Leclerc Formula 1 paint scheme on his machine. Next row down has number 30, Zachary Fitzwater, and number 17, Zach Winkle, the HendrickCars.com Chevrolet for Aero McLaren. Next row down has number 2, Dylan Young, and beside him number 55, Nick Gunther sits alongside. Next row down has number 14, Eric Sadler, and number 45, Skylar Taylor. Next row down has number 78, Valentin Ruiz, and beside him is number 10, Seth Cole. Next row down has number 12, Kyle Sestrai, had a really good race over at Daytona, last race on the tour, and Dylan Potey in number 11. And starting shotgun is Matt Haas in number 28, the DHL Honda. So that's your starting lineup here at Calder Park in Melbourne, Australia, as we are set for racing here today. 54 laps of distance here today, and here comes the command to fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command is beginning for the engines here as the Indy cars get set to go racing here in the first oval race of the season at Calder Park in Melbourne, Australia. As the Pete Scarlett field on pit road, we're back for the start of the race right after this. It may be daytime as this race is loaded up on YouTube, but it's nighttime in Australia. So if you know how Australia works here, they're always a day ahead of America, by the way, too. So strange and boring time zone facts courtesy of one James Qualls. So so enough of the time zone stuff. Let's get to racing here at Calder Park in Melbourne, Australia, with Anthony McCurry and William Brock as Ed Carpenter Racing and Aero McLaren Racing on the front row for this event. Here the green flag flies. Let's go racing here in Australia. We mentioned that the 06 of Caleb Fogler has one of our in-car cameras, as does Anthony McCurry and Joshua Osborne and Dylan Young. Those are our 4 in-car cameras for this race here, as they are 3 wide already here through turns 3 and 4, as David Dixon moves to the low side, tries to get past one of the Aero McLaren cars. That's William Brock. He got a bad start here as he's on the caught on the outside, getting freight trained back there. As the first lap is completed, being led by Anthony McCurry in number 21. '26 car, Reggie Fogelman, pulling up behind David Dixon as they go through turns number 3 and 4 right now. As here comes number 48 car, that's Cody Lamas. He gets very close to McCurry. Meantime, the 9 car low side, that's Nathan Hudson as he moves low side to try to take second position and maybe going for the lead. But Lamas gets a good bite on the outside of the racetrack here. He gets past the car of Hudson, and now Lamas goes for the lead to the low side through turns 3 and 4. He's got Hudson behind him trying to get the draft off him as they go through turns number 3 and 4. And Cody Lamas goes to the lead, the number 48 Carvana Honda. On board Cody Lamas' car, he has our 5th in-car camera in this event here. That's the rear view right there of Lamas' machine. And with that pass there, McCurry drops to the 4th position here. William Brock goes to in the 5th position at number 5. David Dixon at 6th, and here comes another one of the Ed Carpenter cars. That's Alex Miller in the 33 machine as Miller started in the top 10 position. Trying to work his way up to the top 5 position now, that black and gold machine. Ed Carpenter Racing Chevrolet power. I said Honda power there earlier. It's actually a Chevy power is what the Carpenter cars race. And David Dixon caught up in a high side. Cole Deaver goes low side. The Pennzoil IndyCar had a really good run at Daytona. Finished, I believe, in about 3rd position in that race. So Cole Deaver off to a good start in the IndyCar Series this season in the NNSCRA. And up behind him comes number 8, Emmanuel Hartnett. If you remember him from the Castrol GTX Cup Series, he's a 2-time Daytona 500 winner in that series, I might add. And now some of our NNSCRA stock car regulars, they're giving IndyCar a try. Down the backstretch here, that's Caleb Fogler, 06, and here comes another car. Here comes another one of the Ed Carpenter cars. They're 3 wide, 2 rows deep right there as Hartnett. And whoa, Deaver and McCurry got very close to it. They touched actually through turns number 3 and 4. And I think their wheels were rubbing about probably half of the turn probably. So wonder why those two didn't stuff each other in the wall and wreck. And meantime, Laura Chung there begins to roll to the low side, but so does the 16 car of Taylor Durtis as he goes to the low side, and Taylor gets by both Laura Chung and I believe the car on the outside, that is David Dixon. Dixon still continues to slide back, unfortunately, in the number 18 machine as the 4 of Eric Monaco goes by. On board, Caleb Fogler's machine, one of the cars for Meyershank Racing. Trying to take the top 10 position away with theirs, and that's Anthony McCurry up ahead, the pole sitter. That's the way it looks like on the racetrack right now here, and it's Taylor Gertis pulling up behind Caleb Fogler in the 06 machine, and that's Gertis in the only Ferrari in the field. Meantime, back to the leaders, it's still Cody Lamas out front at number 48 with Reggie Fogelman second position. Third right now belonging to Alex Miller, but here comes the 5 of William Brock, the outside pulser, as he tries to roll his way through the field again to the inside lane. The lead car so far for Aaron McLaren here in this event. You remember William Brock started this race originally. Remember William Brock here had a problem on the very first lap of Daytona, and he actually got to rejoin the race there when he was about 2 or 3 laps down in that race, and he remained that way the rest of the event, unfortunately for him, and started the season dead last at Daytona. He is quickly vindicating himself from that as well too. William Brock, you know, did not like that start of the race. Did not like the start of the season at Daytona at all. But he for sure running strong right now at Melbourne, Australia, and making it all up from that. As we always say, though, every point you earn can go a long way for the championship here. And now he pushes Alex Miller to second place now, dropping the Reggie Fogelman car back to third position. There, that's Fogelman, the lead car for Andretti Autosport. But here comes Hartnett, one of the Chip Ganassi cars to the low side of the number 8 machine, and he'll slide inside of Fogelman. They're going to be side by side. It's going to be Hartnett taking position away. That will be position number 4. He just took away from Fogelman. Yeah. He better not look. He better not look now, because here comes the 06 of Caleb Vogler trying to make it look to the low side here. Again, on board with Caleb. Quite the contrast for the Meyershank Racing cars here. Vogler running right now in 5th position. His teammate, Sky Commons, right now running in 30th. Unfortunately for him, in the 60 machine. There is Sky Commons, number 60 right now. He is running 30th at the moment right now. Behind him is Joshua Osborne in 31st. 32nd, Dylan Poteet. And Zach Winkle in the Kyle Larson car. He's going to run in the 2024 Indianapolis 500. He runs right now last, unfortunately for him, in the field. There's the back of the pack right there. Dylan Young, also among another one of those drivers here. Skylar Taylor in 45. Eric Sadler in 14. One of the AJ Foyt cars. And there is one of the cars for Juncos Hollinger Racing. There, that is Allison Liar in 77. And in fact, the second best of the Juncos Hollinger cars here, there's the best of the bunch right there. Valentin Ruiz in number 78. Runs right now in 18th position. He's running right behind Laura Chung in 51. Up ahead of her, Nathan Hudson and Cole Deaver. And Hudson in the 9, Deaver in the 3. And up behind Deaver is number 7, Timo Mosser, who had a good run at Daytona. Trying to hold off Nathan Hudson for position right there as they go through turns number 1 and 2. And Hudson gets a good line, has a good line on the low side, but Mosser, high bank turns does produce momentum on the outside of the track. Some people don't realize that. Even in IndyCar racing, the same holds true. There's the pole sitter Anthony McCurry right now. He's dropped to 11th position. David Dixon right now. Well, I should say he's 11th there. McCurry's actually dropped to 12th. There's Matt McIntyre, one of the big movers in the field in the 27 car, that pink and white 27. He's running right now in 10th position. And he pulls it behind the 16 car of Taylor Gertis there, and he goes inside the 20 machine of Nathan Fogler, Caleb's brother. Both the Foglers running strong. They're running 4th and, well, let's see where Nathan's clocked at this time by. Nathan right now running in 9th. So they're 4th and 9th right now, both of them in top 10 for the time being. As if Fogler don't get caught up on the outside of the racetrack here. He's able to hold off Gertis for the time being, but Gertis has that low side that is advantage, and he'll take position away from Nathan Fogler. So move the 16 car up to 8th position right now. But here comes David Dixon low side. He's got past Matt McIntyre, and now he wants to get past Fogler as well. So David Dixon has the inside lane, trying to work his way back through the field right there. And Anthony McCurry now, meantime, he's trying to work his way back through the field, ditto as well too. So some great racing going on here at Calder Park. Meantime, and Cody Lummis has now lost the lead to this man, Alex Miller, up front now. As we're almost halfway, as we're approaching halfway through this event. There, this will be 22 in the books at this time by. Alex Miller, another regular fixture of the Castrol GTX Cup Series in Series. Has actually won a few times, including a win at Daytona, believe it or not, in that series. It wasn't the 500, but he won the 400 at one time. But look at Caleb Fogler. He is up on the back wing of Miller's car. Alex Miller, the number 33 Ed Carpenter Racing Chevrolet. 06 Caleb Fogler for Meyershank Racing, a Honda Power. He moves inside now. Here comes Fogler. Low side. They're going to be side by side in turn number 3. Off the turn, Vogler has that low leg to his advantage, and Miller fights back on the outside of the racetrack here as they go across the finish line, and Vogler led that lap by a half a car length. But Miller pushes on the outside, takes the lead for only briefly. In the meantime, that 5 of William Bruck, they're waiting to evade if something happens between those front two cars. Finally, Vogler pulls out in front. And here comes number 8, Emmanuel Hartnett. He's getting in on the front as well, too, as is Reggie Fogelman, and also the 48 of Cody Lamas. He says, wait a minute, I had the lead. I want it back. Man, some great racing here at Calder Park in Australia. And don't tune your sets, folks, because we may have the best saves possibly for the end. On board with Cody Lamas. And Miller just now lost the lead, and up front now goes William Brock at number 5. You're seeing it from Cody Lamas' view. And you got the best seat in the house along with Cody. Lamas clocked 5th the last time by here as Miller is caught on the outside, and he blocks the view of the run of Reggie Fogelman on the outside. But Lamas on the low side wants to get that position away. That's going to be for fourth position. Miller has it for the time being, and Lamas wants it. But meantime, Reggie Fogelman catches the draft off that 33 machine. There is Fogelman, that black and yellow 26. And back there, that only Ferrari in the field, Taylor Gertis in that red 16. The Shell UPS machine. David Dixon runs in 8th position. 9th is Daniel Voiles. And battling for 10th position is Matt McIntyre, along with Anthony McCurry and the 4 of Eric Monaco. And meantime, one of the drivers who started back in the back, Seth Cole, he's worked his way through the field nicely as well too. This will be 12th position if he gets by the 4 car of Eric Monaco, which it will be. He was just barely by Monaco that time by. Seth Cole driving a number 10 Honda for Chip Ganassi. Nathan Vogler right now running in 13th position. Actually, he's running 14th, excuse me. 15th is Nathan Hudson. Battle for 16th position between Carter Adelman and the Timo Mosser and Dylan Young. There's the view from Dylan Young's perspective. Past halfway home, we're 29 laps down in the books, and we have 25 laps remaining in this race. And look at the speed right there up in front, right there. Don't let the speed fool you. The speed is actually for some reason slower than what the last weeks are indicating. You see the best lap for Dylan Young, 194 miles an hour. The speedometer's only crediting up to about 181 miles an hour. For some reason, I don't know what's going on. Fast lap of the race so far, set by Alex Miller at over 195.7 miles an hour, almost 196 miles an hour. Here comes one of the Juncos Hollinger cars. That's Valentin Ruiz, as he just took 17th position away from Dylan Young and brings Chris Warner in the 29 with him. Chris Warner, 29 car for Andretti Autosport. That is the Power Tap machine right there. That's the car that's usually driven by Devlin DeFrancesco. Three wide racing right there. That is the car of Daniel Voiles as he tries to work his way up to the field. Daniel that time by up to the 7th position over. And who's that up ahead of him? That's David Dixon in the 18 car. So Voiles trying to pick up a few positions himself, but they're still plenty of racing left to go. Though we still got this time by 21 remaining here at Calder Park. .54 laps of distance here today in this race here, and we still got quite a bit of racing left to go. Meantime, Alex Miller back up front in that 33 car. There he is. Miller going for his first victory of the season here, and Taylor Gertis. How about the Ferrari of Gertis? Second position, and you know the Ferrari fans are going absolutely wild in the stands here in Australia. No question about that. But here comes the Honda powered car of Cody Lamas, the Carvana machine. Cody Lamas, a huge diehard Jimmy Johnson fan, both in NASCAR and IndyCar as well too. And Lamas, you know, has won a lot of times in the Jimmy Johnson-related paint schemes in the NNSCRA across Duracell Cup and a few other offline or online leagues for that fact as well too. And here we go, 3 wide once again right there. That's Emmanuel Hartnett, Caleb Fogler, and William Brock. Now, and then Fogler from up the middle takes position away. That's a very impressive move there, but Hartnett's right there on the inside in that number 8 machine. And meantime, Anthony McCurry trying to fight his way back up to the field as well too, but now he's got the 4 car of Eric Monaco behind him. As meantime, William Brock still sliding backwards in that number 5 car. As you see the 20 car of Nathan Fogler, and along with the 9 car of Nathan Hudson and the 27 of Matt McIntyre, all trying to get by. And Daniel Voiles throwing this mix as well too, and throw Carter Adelman in this bunch as well too. And David Dixon, remember him? He was back in about 7th or 8th position. Well, he's back to 16th now. He's been shuffled back. Boy, a lot of things. Boy, to say there's action around the track here at Melbourne, Australia, is absolutely an understatement right there. Here, there is a lot to keep up with on this track. Trust me on that one. Down the low side, here comes Nathan Fogler in number 20, and he would like to get up with his brother Caleb, actually, if it all possibly could. But Seth Cole on the outside of that number 10 machine, he's now entered the top 10. Now he's in 9th place and challenging Fogler for position. Seth's got the high lane to his advantage right there, but Fogler holds him up for the time being. Meantime, he wants to try to get by the 8 car of Emmanuel Hartnett. He's in 7th position right now. And battle for lead, Cody Lamas takes the spot now. 15 laps to go. Alex Miller, though, not giving up in that number 33 machine. And Lamas says, I'll show you my back end, and he does. Gosh. But we mentioned McCurry wants to get back up front. Well, look at him. After getting shuffled back to as far as 15th position, he's now up to 3rd place now. And gaining up on the front two of Lamas and Miller. Low side now. Number 15, moving his way through the field, that's Carter Adelman. And he's knocking on the door of the top 10. Carter Adelman, number 15 position, number 15 car for Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan. He's up to 11th now. The next car up ahead is that 10th position as Nathan Hudson. Chris Warner and the 98 of Daniel Voiles all in the back of this bunch of 17th position right there. And now Valentin Ruiz and him along with Laura Chung and the... Is that the Skylar Taylor in the 45? Yes, it is. The Skylar Taylor in the 45 car for Ray Hall Letterman Lanigan. He gets past and he now enters the top 20. He's up to the 18th position of the Hy-Vee machine. Joshua Osborne, who has struggled all day long, after finishing 2nd at Daytona. I think he was 3rd at Daytona. I think Colt Deaver in a position 2nd in that race. But Osborne has struggled all day so long so far. He's now trying to get his way, get as many positions as he can. He's up to 19th position now in that NTT Data Chevrolet for Arrow McLaren. That's number 6 right there. Sky Commons back there. Valentin Ruiz, Laura Chung, and speaking of Cole Deaver, there he is at number 3 machine. The Pennzoil Verizon Chevrolet. old school livery on the IndyCar racing on the IndyCar right there. A lot of drivers have driven for Pennzoil before. Drivers like Allenser Sr., Johnny Rutherford, and Rick Mears, and John Andretti have all driven for Pennzoil, and Helio Castroneves as well. Diva running 23rd right now in that machine, and here comes Sky Cummins, low side of Joshua Osborne, trying to get himself up to the position. That is 19th position, I believe, that Cummins is going to take. Yes, it is. But Osborne fights back on the outside of the racetrack as well too. We're already less than 10 laps from the finish now already. And Anthony McCurry, the pole sitter, now back out in front. But Cody Lamas, a fierce competitor, he is in that 48 car. He does not want to give up easily. Ed Carpenter Racing, Chevrolet Power, against Chip Ganassi Racing, Honda Power. Second position right now in a Honda Power car in third position at number 8. So up in the field you got 3 Chevrolets and 2 Hondas in the top 5. .47 laps in the books, 4 to go. Lamas takes a look to the low side of McCurry. Does not do it for the time being there. Lamas is right there. 2 of the NNSCRA veterans in the field. Here comes Lamas to the low side. Lamas for the lead, and he's got it! Into turn 3, Cody Lamas at light blue 48 out in front. And here comes McCurry's Carpenter teammate. That is Ed Carpenter Racing teammate. That is Alex Miller. He's not done yet. 2 of the Bitnow sponsors machine right there, and here come sponsor machines and Hartnett trying to move outside of Miller. Does not work out there, and here comes the 20 car. So you got 3 Ed Carpenter Racing cars up together. 20 car of Nathan Fogler wants to get in this bunch right there. Boy, that was close between McCurry and Miller for that position. That's for second place. They better remember that if they keep battling back there, that's going to let Cody Lamas pull away. We have 5 to go, 4.5 now in this race. Miller, low side, trying for second position. He's got it. Now, does he have anything for Cody Lamas? 4 laps to go. And meantime, Nathan Fogler inside of Reggie Fogelman. And meantime, here comes Eric Monaco. He begins to roll in that teal in that green and red, in that green and white number 4. And that, I believe, is going to be for I think 5th position for Eric Monaco, and he's got it. So you got another Chevrolet up in the top 5 now. And that leaves Cody Lamas as the lone Honda in the top 5, and he's leading. Ed Carpenter Racing trying to go 1-2 here. If they can get by that Chip Ganassi Honda of Lamas. 2 laps to go at Melbourne, Australia, in Calder Park. 3 cars going for the win. I have a feeling Alex Miller may be trying for a final lap move here if he can get close enough to Lamas. Lamas, you know, he's kind of mirror driving right now at this point as they go through turns 3 and 4. Nathan Fogler, you know, he's going to want to push his teammate up to the front. White flag waves. 1 lap remaining here at Calder Park. Cody Lamas trying to hold on for 1 more lap here at Australia. 27 hundredths of a second that time by. I don't think Miller's got anything for Cody Lamas. They go through turns number 3 and 4 for the final time. Miller tries to close up a little bit through the 3rd and 4th turns. He tries to make 1 last ditch effort. He's not going to be able to do it. Off the turn, and the winner at Calder Park goes to number 48. Cody Lamas wins here at Calder. Cody Lamas, the number 48 Carvana Honda goes to victory lane, but boy, I tell you, Alex Miller did not give up those last 4 or 5 laps there. He was dogging that number 48 car, tried any move he could, but alas, the 48 car was just a bit too strong. And a big day for Ed Carpenter Racing. They finished 2nd, 3rd, and 5th in this event here, with Chip Ganassi finishing winning the race, and an AJ Foyt car finishing in 4th position. That was Eric Monaco. Here's the top 10. Lamas wins. 2nd place goes to Alex Miller. 3rd goes to Nathan Fogler. 4th goes to Eric Monaco. 5th position will go to Anthony McCurry. 6th to William Brock. 7th to David Dixon. 8th position to Reggie Fogelman. 9th to Caleb Vogler. And Emmanuel Hartnett will finish in 10th position. So, great day here of racing at Calder Park. But I tell you, what a race that was, too. All day here. So 2 races are in the books here. The rest of the finishing position for you here. Seth Cole comes up in 10th position, or 11th position. Seth Cole comes up in 11th, excuse me. 12th to Daniel Voiles. 13th to Taylor Gertis. 14th will go to Nathan Hudson. Chris Warner 15th. Matt McIntyre 16th position. 17th goes to Skylar Taylor. 18th Carter Adelman. 19th to Sky Commons. 20th position will go to Valentin Ruiz. 21st goes to Joshua Osborne, Zach Winkle, Dylan Young, Zachary Fitzwater, and Laura Chung, the top 25. Then Kyler Shastrai, Allison Liara, Cole Devers, Eric Sadler, and Matt Haas, the top 30. Then Nick Gunther, Dylan Pote, and Timo Mosser finished a lap down in 33rd position. 32 cars finished on the lead lap. But Cody Lama says, "Good day, mates," to everybody in Victory Lane here at Calder Park in Australia, as he takes home round number 2 of Season 1 of the NNSCRA IndyCar Series. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming Channel. Sports and Gaming Channel. We got everything on the channel. We got inner races. We got gaming videos. We got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth Duracell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And if you want inner feature seasons of Seth Duracell Cup Series, then be sure to get with Seth, and he'll get you going on that. And so that will do it. So that will do it here today at Calder Park in Australia. Congratulations once again to Cody Lamas, the winner here today. And we'll see you for round number 3 of the series at the Chicago Street Course. And for now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 12 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Chicago.